So people are discussing whether or not Dak Prescott can win MVP, but I think we're having the wrong conversation about this. Hey, what's up, everyone? It's Mauricio Rodriguez here at A to Z Sports Dallas. Today, we are weighing in a discussion that broke out on Twitter during the weekend. And let me give you some context first. It all started when Danny Phantom, and if you're on Cowboys Twitter, you likely know Dan. He does a great job with Cowboys content. He put out a tweet in which he was basically pointing out, hey, the Cowboys won 13 games with Cole Beasley and Des Bryant, with Amari Cooper and CeeDee Lamb. Dak Prescott put up tremendous numbers. He also did that with Brandon Cooks and CeeDee in 2023. And the point from Phantom was basically, well, what can Dak Prescott do now that he has George Pickens? Now, I don't want to say JPA Football is an account we should all be following or anything like that. That's a topic for another day. But it put out a tweet in which it basically posed the question, is Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott a sleeper candidate for MVP in 2025? And I saw some very interesting takes on social media that I wanted to address, and I wanted to give you my 2 cents on this. And hey, even though I might disagree with some of these guys, it doesn't mean they're not great at what they do, and I really recommend you check out their channels, because I'm going to talk about Landon Holyfield's response here, because he tweeted out, Dak was the MVP runner-up the last time that he played a full season. The word sleeper is a non-qualifier. This is simply an MVP candidate. And Jay Tuck on the other side, he also added, easily, he's honestly not a sleeper. If Dak is healthy number-wise, he will have MVP caliber stats. And there were some other tweets that kind of sent the same message, right? About, hey, Dak was the runner-up for the big award 2 years ago. Why the heck are we disrespecting him with the sleeper label? And I fully agree that there's a possibility that Prescott might put up MVP numbers, that it's maybe a little bit unfair to act as if he would be the super major underdog. But here's the thing. I think he is an MVP sleeper, but we're not having the right conversation as to why that is. Obviously, you need the numbers, you need the individual stats, and I think Prescott might get all of that now that he has George Pickens to work with, because you can absolutely make the argument that this is one of the best wide receiver cores that he's had. You can only compare it maybe to 2016. You can compare it to, 2021 because of CeeDee and Amari. And then, as Joe Hoyt said the other day when he joined the show, you could definitely say this is the most talented group that he's had. But the question we should be asking ourselves is, can the Cowboys go out there and win 13 games this season? And here's why I say that. Out of the 12 MVP winners that we've had in the NFL since 2013, 9 of them have had the number 1 seed of their respective conference that year, and the other 3 guys out of those 12 MVP winners have been the 2nd seed. So the overwhelming majority have been number 1 seeds, and then the exceptions have been 2nd seeds. I don't know, man. I think the Cowboys might make the playoffs. There's a chance they do, but I just don't see this being a 13-win team. There are many concerns, and we'll talk about them in a future video, but I'm worried about the defense, and I'm worried about the offensive line, and I'm worried about having a first-year head coach, Brian Schottenheimer, that isn't necessarily known as this play calling guru, really. And I also look at the Philadelphia Eagles in the division, and I objectively go, they're kind of the better team, right? They're the Super Bowl champions. They have a lot of continuity. They have great offensive lines, great defensive line. They have a lot of playmakers to build on, right? Saquon Barkley just went off last year with a historic NFL season. So I guess what I'm trying to say is Dak Prescott is a sleeper MVP candidate. And the reason why is he's going to need to win a lot of games to be in that conversation. And maybe the Cowboys win enough to play in January. I don't know that they win enough to have the number 1 seed or anything like that in the conference. It is a tough schedule. It is a year of transition into a new coaching regime. Let's see how it plays out. Let me know what you guys think in the comments.